Hello there, I'm Kate Miles from the Mind Body Reset, and I'm here today to talk to you about dementia. Now, dementia is a term used for a range of conditions that affect the brain, such as Alzheimer's, vascular dementia, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal dementia, and mixed dementia. No matter what variety, though, the more brain cells that become affected, the more problematic the symptoms become. Dementia is most common over 65. The symptoms include memory problems, especially with the present and recent past. So they may forget the conversation you have just had, where they put something down, a loved one's name, or even get lost in familiar places, but their recollection of the distant past may be spot on. Cognitive decline may also become noticeable, like getting up in the middle of the night to go to work despite having retired years ago. Concentration may be affected, plus reasoning and also decision-making skills. Now, communication can be difficult due to repetition or loss of the right words, so reading and writing may be challenging. Personality could be altered, so behavioural changes, mood swings, anxiety and depression may be a feature. Alzheimer's is the most common. It's caused by a build-up of proteins which produce plaques which damage brain cells. These symptoms build up gradually. If caught early enough, there's medication that can slow progression. Vascular dementia is the second most common type and is caused by a lack of blood supply to the brain due to a stroke or a series of TIAs, which lead to local cell damage and impaired function. Frontotemporal dementia can start as young as 45. The frontal lobes are important for personality, social functioning, decision-making, problem-solving, insight, empathy, motivation and planning. The temporal lobes are important for speech, word finding, comprehension, language and memory. Lewy body dementia affects movement and motor control, so sufferers are prone to falls, tremors, have trouble swallowing, shuffle when walking, have disrupted sleep, plus visual and auditory hallucinations and sudden bouts of confusion. Now, if you suspect you or a member of your family have dementia, then it's important to speak to your GP as soon as possible, who will ask specific questions to test concentration, short-term memory, mood and behaviour change, plus consider blood tests, scans, x-rays, etc., then possibly refer to a specialist. Now, early onset dementia can be genetic, but regular dementia is not generally inherited, so improving your lifestyle may help reduce your risk. A healthy heart helps, so eat sensibly, stay hydrated, give up smoking and unnecessary over-the-counter medication, plus lower alcohol intake and stay physically and mentally active. Maintain healthy blood sugar levels, and also engaging in creative activities and reducing stress will all be very beneficial. Now, medication may help, but it becomes less effective the more advanced the situation. Specialist cognitive therapy may stimulate brain function, and activities like games, singing or reminiscing may also help. There is no research evidence to suggest other therapies work, but if you can de-stress or target specific symptoms with remote energy healing or sentimentology, then this may offer some respite. However, dementia information focuses on the sufferer, but we also need to consider the carers. You're often forgotten, you don't consider yourself enough, and despite having to do what you do, you also need to protect your health for them as well as for you. Now, caring for a relative with dementia is extremely challenging, so it's important to address your burden. Stop expecting them to be their old self. They're ill and cannot help it. Try not to get cross. Make your peace with the situation. It'll be easier to cope. Ask them simple questions and break tasks down into small chunks. If there's a recurring problem, look for a solution to keep them safe and cut your workload. Get away from it weekly. Find someone else who can look after them so you can rest or spend time doing things you enjoy. It's not your fault they're ill. If you don't get some respite, you'll become ill too. And that won't be good for them or you. So look at whether you qualify for any help and organise a rota of friends, family and professional carers to step in. Plus, you too may well benefit from having a regular relaxing treatment or experiencing talking therapy to help you feel more like you. But some elements of dementia are not okay, so just to be clear, if you are experiencing aggression or abuse, this is unacceptable and may escalate into dangerous territory. So a dementia care home is a must. Don't think you're not doing right by them. You didn't agree to put your life and health on the line when you became their partner, child or sibling. Now, please do DM me to ask a question or book a discovery call to help you find out how the mind-body reset could help you break free from your symptoms or situation. Thank you for listening. I hope you found that useful. Goodbye.